Hey, good evening to everyone. This is another mini trading video, and this one is about how to use MetaTrader 4. Now, MetaTrader 4, just to give you guys a quick reminder, this is for the operations, more about Forex, not for the binary option trading. This is for scalping, which is the operations that they can last less than 1 minute, or they can either extend themselves to 1 hour, 5 hours, 1 week, 1 month. These are operations that take a little bit more time, but at the same time, these are operations that can bring you really good results. Now, this is, like I said, a little training video on how to use it. And in the next video, I'm gonna show you guys how to create the account in the broker. That way you can start trading inside this app as well. Okay. Now, the first thing that we're gonna do is, of course, open the MetaTrader 4 app. And the first thing that you're gonna see, if you haven't set it up, you're not gonna see anything. But once it's set up correctly, you're gonna be able to see all these numbers in blue and red. Like it looks a little crazy, and you might be like, "Wait, what is all that?" Well, all those numbers that you're looking at is basically the strike prices, just like in binary option trading. Whenever the teacher tells you that the price or the strike price, in order for you to enter the operation, it's certain number. Well, all the numbers that you're seeing right here is the strike price that the market is in the current moment. Okay. Now, on the left side, you're gonna be able to see pair of currencies, just like in binary option trading. In scalping, you're also gonna be using pair of currencies. Now, whenever you set up the MetaTrader 4, not all the currencies appear on the left side. Sometimes you're gonna have to add them, to your list. And for example, let me erase one. Okay. Now, for example, let's say I want to start trading with with the scalping, and we have a scanner inside the academy called Oros, which is a scanner that it's powered by AI, and it allows us to look for operations in between the currencies of the gold and the US dollar. Now, the currency, or the pair of currencies that I just deleted, it was for that one. So how do I add more pair of currencies to my list? What you have to do is go to the top right. You're gonna see a symbol, which is the plus symbol. I'm gonna click on it, and then it tells you, or it gives you a few different options. But the easier way for us to do it is just click on search, and I'm gonna put XAU, and you can see that it gives me two options, which is gold against the euro or gold against the USD. The one we're gonna be using in this company, or the most, is gonna be against the US dollar. So on the left side of the pair of currencies, you see a little a little green symbol with a plus symbol on white, and you're gonna click on it, and automatically it adds to your list. I just close this little window. I go back to where I was, and you can see on the bottom of the list, you can see that the new pair of currencies that I just added, it's right there. Now, if you ever start trading in this app and you don't see the pair of currency, like I said, this is the exact same way for you to add any other pair of currency. Just go to the plus symbol on the top right, click on it, press on search, and look for the pair of currency that you want to add, and you just look for it, click the green symbol, and then go back to the screen and start trading on that one. Now, how do you actually trade in this app? Well, in this app, it's a little bit different, but it's not that difficult. At first, it's gonna look a little weird because you haven't used it, but whenever you get a hold of it, it becomes pretty easy. I personally So personally, I don't use scalping as a way to make some money. The reason why is because it requires a little bit more time for me to be looking into the market or be more, like whenever I see a notification from the app, regarding the operation, if they want me to discard the operation or take partials or break even. Most of the time I'm busy, so I'm not able to to be able to look at those notifications. But if you do have time, to look at notifications during the day, and you're able to to pay attention to the operations as they move during the day, then I do recommend you for you to use the operation. But for example, let's go, and I'm gonna click the last pair of currencies on the bottom, which is the gold against the USD. I'm gonna click on it, and then it's gonna give me three options. It's gonna give me the option to trade, the chart, or the details. If you press on chart, it's just gonna show you the chart of how the market is looking for the gold against the USD. And then on the top left, you can see that it's showing you an M15. That means that this is in a tempo, in a time of 15-minute candles. So each candle that you're looking at is a candle that lasted 15 minutes. Most of the time, you're gonna be wanting to look at either 5 minutes, and you're gonna click on it to change it, or 1 minute. But most of the time, you're gonna be wanting to look at it in 5 minutes. And once you look at the chart, you're like, okay, that's what's going on, and that's it. That's how you change the time to see the chart in a different amount of time. On the right side, on the top right, you're gonna see that this is trade. So whenever you receive an operation in the app I Am Blaze, which is the app that you're gonna be receiving the trading operations for scalping, or for this app that you're gonna be using for MetaTrader4, you're just gonna click on trade, and now you're gonna be looking at this page. Now, there is 5 different types of operation that you're gonna be looking at in scalping. So I'm gonna show you the 5 types of operations that you're gonna be using on this app, and this type of trading, and I'm gonna have to draw it, that way you can understand what I'm talking about. Now guys, I'm not a teacher, and all of the things that I'm gonna be showing you right now, it's based on my knowledge. All these things you have to learn with the teachers inside the academy, but I'm just showing you why I'm just showing you what they mean. That way you can understand what I'm about to tell you about the MetaTrader4. So of course, whenever the trade is buy, the price is for up. Whenever it's a sell, of course, the price is for going down. Now, whenever you receive an operation in the I Am Blaze app, the teachers, 99% of the time, they're gonna tell you what type of operation it is. It might be a buy limit, a sell limit, or a buy stop, or a sell stop, or the other one that I forgot to write down, but it's called market execution. So basically, if the operation is a buy limit, the educator or the teacher is telling you that the market is currently somewhere around here, and he's expecting to reach the entry zone and go up. That's whenever an operation is a buy limit. Whenever the operation is a buy stop, that means that the market is currently right here, and he's expecting for the market to enter or get to the entry zone and keep going up. Basically, and it's the same for the sells. If the operation is a sell limit, that means that the market is currently right here, expecting to go a little bit up to the entry zone and then go down as a sell it is. And the sell stop is basically the same, which is the market is somewhere right here, and the educator or teacher is expecting to reach the entry zone and keep going down. The market execution one is basically just letting the market do its thing. Okay, but like I said, I'm not a teacher. All of these you're gonna have to learn by yourself
with the teachers in the favorite sessions that they have for you in their channels. That way you can understand. Remember, in the English language, 95% of the teachers are teachers for this type of trading, for scalping. So you're gonna be able to learn all of these with them. Okay, so I just wanted to leave this thing clear. That way you can understand the next steps that I'm gonna be showing you in MetaTrader 4.
Now that we're back here in the MetaTrader 4 after, the little break to show you the type of operations that we're gonna be looking at, you can see that on top of the screen it says the pair of currency that we're gonna be looking at. Like I said, this is, for example, the dollar against the USD, and right underneath the pair of currency you can see that it says market execution. Okay, so remember, whenever the operation is sent to you by the experts in the trading app I am Blaze, they're gonna tell you most of the time what type of operation is, and if they don't, they're gonna leave a little chart. Whenever you click on the operation, they're gonna leave a little chart of the graphic of the pair of currencies, and they're gonna give you basically uh, what they expect, and you can see through the graphic or the chart what type of movement it is. But like I said, most of the time they're gonna tell you what it is. So let's click where it says market execution, and then it gives us the four options that I was just telling you guys: buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop. In this case, this is just an example. I don't have any money inside this account because, like I said, I don't use it. But let's say, for example, the operation is a buy limit, okay? Which means that I'm expecting the market to go a little bit down and then go up. So I'm gonna click on it, buy limit. Now, below or underneath the buy limit, we can see that we have a few numbers. We have on the left side minus 0.1, and then it's minus 0.01, and then we have 0.01, which is our actual lot number. And then we also have on the right side plus 0.01 and plus 0.1. Now, what is that? Like I said, I'm not a teacher, so I'm just telling you based on my knowledge. That's the amount of lots, or basically how much money you're investing slash risking into the operation. For example, let's say you enter the operation that the teachers are sending you in scalping. If you have the lot price at 0.01, like I have it right now, and the operation is basically one, or it happens, you might be able to make, depending on how much you have in your account. For example, if you have $50 in your account and your lot size is 0.01, that means that you may be able to make possibly close to $1 in profit for the operation. Now, if you click on the button on the right side that says plus 0.01, you can see that it adds another number. Now you're in 0.02 as your lot size. And let's say that you enter the same operation with your same amount of money that you have in your account, which is $50. Now with 0.02, if the operation is one, you might be able to make, I don't know, let's say if with 0.01 you won $1 something. With this you can probably make like $2.50 or almost $3, and if you put 0.03, you may make $3.50 or $3.50. If you go to 0.04, you might be able to make like, I don't know, $4 or $5. And the bigger the number it is, for example, if it's at 0.10, you might, like, if the operation is one, you may be able to make like around like 15, 20, $25. So the bigger the number, the more money that you're risking. But of course, it's never wise to put so much lot size if you are new into the scalping. I believe you also have a demonstration account in this, so you can start trading, without, of course, using your own money. But like I said, all of these, the lot size, how much lot you need to use for the amount of money that you have in your account, all of these you're gonna have to learn with the experts in the academy. Like I said, I'm just teaching you. I'm not an expert, but I'm teaching you what I know with my knowledge, and how basically the MetaTrader 4 app works. But like I said, the smaller the lot size, the smaller the profit. For example, I'm gonna give you guys an example of something that happened to me. Basically, it was an operation about in between the gold and the USD, and basically, I think my lot size that time it was it was 0.9. I believe it was 0.09, and the operation was basically going really well. Like I was making like at that time, because you can close the operation at any time that you want. Like if you're making good profit and you want to close the operation and close with that profit, that's fine. But I was very confident that the operation was gonna be a little bit more money. So I let her keep running, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was some news in the market that made some some trouble in the market, that the operation basically it dropped all the way to my invalidation zone, which is something I'm about to explain to you as well. And basically, because of the lot size that I was using, which is 0.09, which is a really big lot, size. And that time, whenever I reached the invalidation point, I think I lost $39. In that operation, I could have, if I would have closed the operation, whenever I could have, probably would have made $25. But like I said, there was something on the market that happened in that moment that I didn't realize, and I lost $39. But like I said, the bigger the lot size, the bigger the investment that you're doing, the bigger the risk. That if you reach the invalidation point, of course, you're gonna lose more money. But of course, if the operation is completed, then of course you're gonna be making so much money as well. So like I said, investigate with the teachers that you like the most inside the academy in the English language, so you can ask them questions and how you can decide your lot size for your operations, and how you can start making money through this. But for example, in this, we're gonna keep it on 0.01. Now, the price, I'm gonna look for an example, and I'm gonna show you guys something.
Now, whenever you receive an alert in the I Am Blaze app, the expert slash educator, he's gonna give you three parameters, or three basically numbers that is gonna mean what you're gonna copy and paste basically into the MetaTrader4. That way you can start your operation. Like I said earlier, I selected a buy limit type of operation in the MetaTrader4. So this is a type of example buy limit that I'm gonna be showing you guys real quick. So let's say the market, of course, is at this point right now, and like I said, the type of operation that I put in the MetaTrader4, it was a buy limit, which means that I'm expecting, or the teacher in this case will be expecting, the market to go down, reach the entry zone, and then go up. Okay, now we have three different things that we need to take into consideration. We have the entry zone, okay, which I'm gonna be giving you an example from I Am Blaze app. We also have the invalidation point, which is the point where the operation is gonna close by itself in order for you to not lose more money, because this is the entry zone, right? So if the operation is right here, it touches the entry zone. Let's say it starts going up, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm so happy it's going up. Well, I don't know where something happens and the market starts going down and down and down. You might want to touch, but it's going up, and then for some reason it touches the invalidation point. Whenever it touches this red line, that means that the operation, of course, is lost, and of course you lost money, but this line prevents you from losing a lot more money than you could have. So let's say you didn't have an invalidation point, and the operation would have just keep going down. That means you probably would have lost all of your capital, all of your money. So this is the point for us to be safe, that if we want to lose some money, at least we don't lose everything and we just lose a little bit. Okay, it is the same thing with the green lines, which is our exits: profit 1 or exit 1, profit 2 or exit 2, profit 3 or exit 3. That means that if the operation is right here, touches the entry zone, the operation starts running, and let's say it reaches the first exit one or profit one, depending on what exit you decided to put in the MetaTrader4, that's whenever your operation is gonna stop. The teacher 100% of the times is gonna give you at least exit one or a profit one point. 90% of the time they're gonna give you two options or whatever you want to pick, either exit one or exit two, and 50 or 40% of the times they're gonna give you an exit three. So what does that mean? That means that there's a lot more chances that the operation reaches exit one than it reaches exit two than it reaches exit three. So this is just expectations from the teacher, that of course if it reaches exit three, I mean, that's amazing because you're gonna make so much money. But if it only reaches exit one and you close the operation, it's good because still you're gonna make some money. If you decided to go for exit two and it reaches exit two, you're gonna make some good money. But if it reaches the best one, of course it's less probable that it happens. But if it does happen, that's when you make the most money. Okay, so now I'm gonna give you guys an example of a buy limit from the IamBlaze app, so I can show you guys how to type all these into the MetaTrader.
So for example, guys, this is an operation in between the NZD USD, New Zealand dollar, versus the United States dollar. Like I said in the example, I'm using the gold against the USD, but this is just an example for me to show you guys what I'm talking about whenever I told you about the entry zone and invalidation point and exits. Okay, so you can see right here that it says time frame 15 minutes. That's basically the time frame that the candles that the expert educator is using to see this operation. And also he's giving you, as you can see right there, the zone of action. The zone of action, that's basically the entry zone. So that's the numbers that you want to put into the entry zone cage in the MetaTrader4. So for example, this is zone of action 0.61007 to 0.60979. So let's say I'm gonna put the first one, right, 0.61007. So I'm gonna go to MetaTrader4, and where it says price, I'm gonna put 0.61007. 61007. Okay, well, it's not letting me because of course this is another type of currency, so of course this number probably doesn't exist in right here, but I'm gonna create one just for you guys to see. So basically the price is at 2027.76, so I'm expecting, for example, 2026.99. That means that I'm expecting, of course, the strike price right now is at 2027.73. And since this is a buy limit, I'm expecting the market to go down and up. Of course, it's an example. And I just put 2026.99 as an example for the entry zone. That's the price, entry zone of action. Now, you can see right there that it's also asking us for the stop loss. So the stop loss, like I said, is the invalidation point that the teacher is gonna give us. So if the market goes further down than expected and it reaches that point, the operation is gonna close. Yes, we're gonna lose the money, but we're not gonna lose as much as we could have. So I'm gonna create one. Well, first I'm gonna show you where it says the invalidation level right there. You can see below or underneath zone of action, they give you the invalidation level. So that's the numbers that you will have to type in where it says stop loss. Okay, so since those numbers are not going to be able to for me to put them right there, I'm just going to create one. So I'm going to put, like I said, I'm expecting the operation to go down, for example, so my invalidation level has to be lower than my entry zone. So if I put 2026.99, so my invalidation level is going to be 2026.00. Okay, in that even number. That means that if the strike price reaches 2026.00, that means the operation is going to close by itself.
and I'm gonna lose the operation. Okay, and now you can see that underneath the stop loss or invalidation level is asking me for me to set a take profit. The take profit is basically the exits that the teacher or educator is giving me for me to decide which one I want to put. So in this case, the educator only gave us two exits: exit one, which is the most common one, or exit two, which is a less common one. So you can see here in the chart that the market is right there. He's expecting to the market to go down. The last purple line that you can see on the bottom, that will be the invalidation level. The two purple lines that are really close to each other, where the little dot line going up, that's going to be the entry zone. The first purple line above the entry zone is going to be the exit one, and the exit two will be the further up line or purple line at the top. That will be exit two. Okay, so it's up to you for you to decide which one you want to choose. In my case, if I ever, like I say in the past, whenever I was using it, I will go safely, and I will put only exit one. So I'm gonna create an exit one for my case. So take profit, since my entry zone is at 2026.99, I'm gonna put my take profit that is gonna be at, let's say, 28.50. That means that if it reaches that point, the operation is gonna close by itself, and I'm gonna close with profits. Okay, and that's how you put. And after that, of course, you can see that there is a blue button right there in the middle that says place. That means that you place the order basically, or you place the operation. So after you place the operation, you just wait for the operation to happen, and whenever it reaches the entry zone, it will start by itself. And after it starts, then, like I said, you just wait. Okay, after you place the operation, like I said, that's just what happens. So this was basically how to read the MetaTrader4 app, how to put the entry zone or the price, the strike zone, what is the stop loss or the invalidation level, and what is going to be your take profit or exit one, exit two zones. Okay, this is basically a little example. I hope it was well understood for all of you guys. Like I said, I'm not a teacher. I'm just showing you what I know from my knowledge. And if you want to know more about this type of trading, which is scalping, like I said, most of the English teachers, 90% of them, they do teach only scalping. So without anything else for me to say, that's it. I hope you guys enjoy this training video, and I'll see you in the next video.